data professionals to talk, help each other out, listen to each other, give each other feedback. So glad that you're here. I hope that your weekend is going well. I know for some people around the world, this is the second day of their weekend. So hope that you're doing well. Hope that everything is going good and safe in your part of the world. I'm doing really well. I'm hanging out here on a Saturday, enjoying the cooler weather out where I live. It's been really nice to see the summer heat finally break, but who knows? Who knows? It might come back, right? I don't want to talk too much about it because then I'll just manifest the heat a little bit more. But glad that you're here. So glad that we're able to come together once again and join in and help each other with data science and talking about all things related to that. So let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're up to. What are you doing today and this weekend to get yourself just a little bit better at data science? Because that's really all we can hope for, right? Data science is a process. It's not an event. It's not a finish line. It's not a degree. You're going to be learning your whole life. I'm still learning, and I've been in data science for a long time. So what are you doing to keep yourself sharp, to keep yourself moving, to keep yourself learning, to keep yourself engaged? Let me know. Let me know. It doesn't have to be big things, but we got to be consistent. You got to be consistent, right? You don't have to improve by leaps and bounds, but what if you just improve? I'm not even going to say a percentage point. What if you just improved 0.5% every single day? That's it. You're going to get somewhere, right? You're not going to get there tomorrow, but you are going to get somewhere if all you do is improve just 0.5% a day, right? So what are you doing? What are you doing to help you with that? Let me know. Really also want to point out that we had some great chats yesterday. Really happy with the way yesterday went. So yeah, anybody who wants to join in and say hello, please do so. Speaking of great supporters, Casual Economist says, good morning. How are you, my friend? Hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're good out there in Minnesota in what I'm assuming is cold still out there. So glad that you're here, my friend. Casual Economist, I know that you're doing a lot of studying on your own and a lot of advancement for your work. So I know that you're somebody who always puts in work on the weekends. So good for you. Glad to see that you're here. Casual Economist says that it's in the 80s. Oh, that's still kind of warm, right? For being mid-September. I mean, it's already September 13th. Jeez. That seems a little warm. Out here, we've cooled down significantly. I actually had my first hot coffee of the season this year, because during the summer you have to switch to iced coffee, right? But I did, it was just cold enough this morning where I switched over to my hot coffee. So yeah, had a nice hot coffee this morning and just getting ready for the day here. There's always something to do on my end. Today I was doing some fine-tuning adjustments to the public calendars that I have for people, my email list. There's always something to do, always something to look at. So I'm going to be sitting here working for most of the day. I'm going to be doing some work on lining up and scheduling my content. I usually schedule my content weeks and weeks ahead of time, so I'm going to be doing some of that today. But what are you guys doing today? What are you doing today to help you get just a little bit better? Another thing that I did yesterday, and I've been promising this to the chat, is I finally got my act together and I started working with Midjourney. I've been wanting to do more explorations into Midjourney or more of the image and video generation tools, not because I have plans for them, but because, I should be educated on them. And prompting is hard. It is hard to do prompting, guys, especially when it comes to images and videos. There's definitely an art to it. You know what's interesting? I don't know if you guys know this. I didn't know this. Did you know that Midjourney publishes out people's creations and the prompt that they used? So you can sit there and you can see other people's prompts. As well as the resulting work. So I was really surprised at some of the prompting that people do. Some people do prompting that's relatively straightforward. Other people are doing prompting that's very, very complex, like very impressive. Naming individual types of cameras and lenses and things like that. So I feel like I opened up a whole can of worms there with the things that I have to look at now for Midjourney. So yeah, definitely something to keep on working towards. Casual Economist says those mid-journey posts. Yeah, for those of you guys that follow me on Instagram, I did post my first exploration with Midjourney yesterday. And then this morning I posted a couple pictures where Midjourney gave me a man bun. Oh man, that was that looks so terrible. But you know what? It teaches you though, right? Because what it taught me is that the data that Midjourney must have used for training is obviously skewed towards the man bun, right? Because by and large, you're not going to get a lot of training data that has the back of somebody's head, right? I mean, most training data would be like this, right? So it means that most of the profile view or the back views that they got were people with man buns, right? It's skewed in that direction, right? So yeah, if you want to go to my Instagram, you can see me there with a man bun, and I just thought it looked so bad, so bad. But it's a hallucination, right? It's a hallucination that it thought that I would have a man bun. So yeah, if you guys want to look at that, feel free to do that. Feel free to do more experimentation with Midjourney. So in my first experimentation, I was using their feature where you can post a beginning picture and an end picture, and then you can also do the amount of movement in between the two pictures. Do you want a lot of movement or a little movement? And then it kind of takes over from there. So I have to give it credit for really being able to keep the image, like as far as like the facial features and stuff, consistent throughout the animation. But obviously there are still hallucinations there, right? Also, I was really impressed by Midjourney's speed. It would give you 4 different samples to look at in like not even 30 seconds, 30, 45 seconds max. So to be able to do that with video, each video was about 7 seconds long. So to be able to do that in under 30 seconds, give you four different like styles to look at, that's fast. That's a lot of processing power that they have behind. Casual Economist says a man bun bias is wild. Yeah, but I mean, so Casual Economist, help me walk through this because I've been thinking about that. So the conclusion that I can draw is that the majority of pictures are going to be just like this, right? And you could train on headshots or videos like this, vertical videos, whatever, right? So what kind of pictures have you seen in your life where it is like a very strong profile view, right? Like where else do you see that? So to me, the answer is modeling magazines, right? Like who else but a male model has their picture taken like this, right? Like nobody. Like you don't go to a party and take a selfie like this with the other person or whatever, right? But you find that like in modeling magazines, right? Or like cologne ads, right? Junk like that, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that when they go to kind of like move a person's head in their animations, the training set or the available training data gets real thin real quick, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're skewed because of that. Yeah, Casual Economist says true only models. Yeah, right? Like where else do you see that? Like nobody poses like this, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that there's a bias there. Because normal people just don't take pictures that way, right? So it's probably like, if they wanted to get profile ads, they probably got a bunch of cologne ads. And that's where you're going to see the man buns and things like that, right? So if that's your entire training data, remember, the model isn't a sentient being. The model just says, oh, every man must have a man bun, regardless of who they are or how they're posing, right? So that's what I'm thinking, Casual Economist, that it's probably skewed in that way. That the only side profiles it's seen, the overwhelming majority of those pictures have been with man buns. So let me know if you guys have any other theories on the man buns. But that's what I think. And I was just really surprised by that. When I first saw that in a video, I was like, is that a mistake? What is that? And it is a mistake. It's a hallucination, right? But yeah. Yeah, but just so that we're clear on this, I do not have a man bun. Oh gosh, I think I would die if I ended up with a man bun. That's that's when you guys can look at me and ask me if I'm okay, right? Like you could be like, "You okay, buddy? What's going on?" Casual Economist says, plus kinda dated magazine man buns aren't as popular now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. Casual Economist. It speaks to the era of pictures that they were using, right? Yeah. Yeah, maybe there's really not that many out there, or it was collected from a certain period, right? Yeah, sure. But that's part of the growth of LLMs, right? How do you consistently keep fresh data, new data, data that's reflective of current trends, current styles, I guess you could say, right? So yeah, you're right about that. It is a little bit dated, but it's fun to look at little different things like that, right? So I might do some more explorations of Midjourney. I'm just in awe of some of these prompts that people are using. So we'll see how that goes as far as doing some more explorations. Maybe I'll post some of those a little bit later, but yeah, that's what I'm doing to get a little bit better, right? Do I have a use case for this? Nope. Do I have clients demanding this of me? Nope. But I'm just trying to improve myself, just trying to be better educated. So the next time when I do get asked about image generation or video generation, I can be a little bit more intelligent about it, right? So same thing for you, what are you doing to just get a little bit better for data science? Doesn't have to be anything amazing. Just get a little bit better. Yeah, Casual Economist, great question. What's the AI with banana in its name? I believe that's I think is it the no banana? Or no-go banana? Either way, Casual Economist, it's available via Gemini and Google's AI Studio. Nano banana, excuse me, it's nano banana, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. So to your point, Casual Economist, there's a lot of people, there's some commentary I've seen that people are saying that it beats Midjourney, right? So yeah, that's another one to check out. And I think I saw that it's free. There's some level of it that gives you free access. So yeah, Casual Economist, if you want to play around with that and report back, I'd love to hear your report on it. I know you're a smart guy. But yeah, Nano Banana is definitely getting a little bit of traction out there. Has Google support, so it's got to be at least somewhat decent, right? But yeah, that's another one to try out. And who knows, maybe I wasted my money on the Midjourney subscription, because I did get a paid plan. You have to have a paid plan on Midjourney to really do anything significant. But yeah, Nano Banana is definitely on my list because lots of talk around that one for sure. So curious to see how that one goes. Casual Economist, maybe that's a good like benchmark that we can use. The man bun factor, right? How likely are you to get a man bun from one of these generators? Because it is a hallucination, right? As funny as it is, the man bun effect. It is an error, right? So it'd be fun to see if you could like benchmark against that. The top score being 0, right? 0 man bun hallucinations. Casual Economist says, how much was Midjourney? Yeah, good question, Casual Economist. So I signed up for the basic monthly plan. I don't like paying a year ahead of time without knowing the tools. So the basic Midjourney plan is $10 a month. I believe it comes down to $8 a month if you pay a year ahead of time. But I didn't want to do that because I was still fooling around with it, right? But yeah, it's $10 a month, so not the worst cost in the world. Although I know that is a lot of money for a lot of people around the world. But they're not really clear about like how the meter works. I was playing around with it yesterday, but I have no idea how much of my monthly credits I've used up. None of these sites make it easy for you to say how you're doing. So Sadeep, welcome. Sadeep says, hello, Dennis. I hope this is live because I always end up watching recorded streams. Hey, Sadeep. No, this is live. So welcome. Glad you're here. Pretty sure it's your first time joining us live, and thanks for your support. But yeah, no, we're live. So if there's something we can help you with, let us know. We're talking about Midjourney, and maybe just kind of AI image generation in general. But yeah, Casual Economist, it's $10 a month, and I have no idea how far along I am in my usage. I mean, I didn't do a whole lot with it yesterday, but I certainly will end up burning some of my credits today, and they don't make it easy to know, how you're progressing on that. Casual Economist says keeps the credits ambiguous so they can charge 100%. Casual Economist, 100%. No doubt you're right about that. And you know what? I think it's also partly so that you can't figure out how much money these guys are losing, right? Because a lot of these sites aren't really profitable yet, right? It's still kind of like that whole early 2000s mentality of get big quick, right? And we'll figure out how to make money later, just get big. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Casual Economist. There's definitely some tricks and quicks there that they're using to obscure some things. But $10 a month isn't too terrible. That's cheaper than HeyGen. I have a HeyGen subscription that I'm actually going to cancel soon. Definitely going to cancel HeyGen. But HeyGen, I believe, is like $30 a month that I'm paying for that. Something like that, like $29, $30 a month. So it's really not too terrible. Now, having said that, the basic plan does limit you. You can't do, I think you're limited to 720p, and the videos are really not that long. I think I could only do like 7-second videos. Like the one I posted yesterday was about as long as you can get. So yeah, I mean, it's very basic, but it's enough for you to get a flavor for it. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But again, the greater point here, guys, is not to be a shill here for Midjourney. The greater point is that keep on learning, keep on experimenting, keep on using new tools, right? Or in some cases, I've asked you guys, what AI tools have you used and then you were ultimately disappointed by? So far, I'm not disappointed in my Midjourney. I'm still learning it. It seems interesting. But, I tell you guys, I was disappointed by Lovable. I think Lovable it boggles my mind why anybody would use them. And to Casual Economist's point, they definitely obscure their stuff to get you to pay more. I think they're clearly losing money or subsidizing their future growth with their approach, right? But yeah, so just keep on learning, guys. Keep on learning, keep on being curious, keep on saying, hey, what does that tool do? What does this tool do? Is this tool living up to its promises of quality? Is this tool something I really want to be using, or is it kind of right? It's good for you to have those mental exercises and challenges to try things, right? Very healthy to do that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, guys. I'll be doing some more Midjourney. I'll be doing some more planning. I'm considering maybe going and streaming again later today, doing a little bit more of a work stream of, as I'm working, see if you guys want to join in and say hello. But yeah, if you guys want to share about what you're doing to help get a little bit better, let me know. Casual economist, if you do end up using Nano Banana, would love to get your thoughts on it. I'm still, I guess I'm going to say shaky on some of the Google tools. I really think Google was kind of late to the game there. And I use Gemini every once in a while, but I'm not really somebody that has kept up with like all the different versions. I know they have the fast version, this version, that version. But also, I wish I was better educated on AI Studio, because AI Studio seems where like most of Google's stuff is headed, right? Because AI Studio is also how you get access to their video engine and things like that, right? But yeah, maybe that'll be the next thing I explore after I'm done with Midjourney. Casual Economist says, sounds like a good weekend project. Yeah, it is. And we should all have some good weekend projects, right? Something that we're exploring, something that we're using to learn, something that we're using to help build us up, right? All positive things, all very positive things. But yeah, okay, guys. So I think I'm going to switch over to Instagram. So feel free to follow me over there. I'm going to go say hello over there. But thank you so much for the conversation. Again, just keep on moving forward, guys. Just what are you working on? Just get a little bit better. So as always, please take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will see you guys tomorrow.